Say hi to Paul Reed Smith right there, everybody. So what we're going to do is we are going to just hand the mic, and we're going to start at one end, and we're just going to pass the mic down the row. We're briefly going to ask each of our artists to just explain a little bit about their relationship with PRS, why they play a PRS guitar. We'll do that, and then we're going to open it up, and it's up to you. If you got some questions, let's hear it, and we'll take it away. I'm going to hand the microphone to Dave Navarro right now, just to tell us about your relationship with PRS. Thank you, Dave.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What were you? What is this? Thank you very much. And sir, I appreciate the card for the guitar pewter rings, but I think I'm good. But my relationship with Paul Reed Smith, you know, back in, how much time do I have? You guys might want to take a seat. Back in 1991, I was playing, I was on tour with a band, the Rollins Band, and Chris Haskett was a PRS player at that time. And I found myself in a situation where I had no guitars. We were touring together. So Chris loaned me one of his PRS guitars, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I've been basically playing them ever since. And through the years, I got to know Paul, the people in the company, and established a relationship with them. And we got dialed in terms of what it is I specifically like in a guitar. And I'm honored and proud to have my own signature guitar here as a result of that relationship. And I guess going on 15 or so years of playing these guitars. And that's essentially the relationship, isn't that correct? Not to mention that I actually get Christmas cards from Paul himself, which is, you know, it's kind of a perk. You guys all get those, right? Here you go.
Hey everybody, I'm Johnny Highland, and I just first want to start off by just saying how much I appreciate everybody in the Paul Reed Smith family. And I can remember I went to Corner Music in Nashville, Tennessee in 1996 when I first moved there, and saw the most gorgeous natural colored Paul Reed Smith hanging up high on the wall. And of course I got it down and played it, and really found that I fell in love with the guitars and just the craftsmanship, the wood selection, you know, the quality of the guitar, and of course the playability was just incredible. But of course at that time, you know, Nashville, the traditional guitar was the Telecaster, and I played one for quite a while. Until I signed on with Steve Vai's label, Favored Nations, and started sitting there with the G3 tour and stuff like that, and I found that a Tele just wasn't versatile enough for me as a player. And so I asked my manager, you know, I told him I wanted to switch guitars, and he said, well, what other kind of Tele would you like to play? I said, I wouldn't. I said, I'd like to play a Paul Reed Smith. And hence I went up to the factory and met everybody in the PRS family, and fortunately enough, I've been a member of that family now for the last, what, 4 years, Bev, or so? And I do have a new Johnny Highland signature model, and that I'm just so proud of. And really, this the whole PRS family just means the world to me. I'm so proud to be with a guitar company this cool, and I say that you know, very sincerely. They're all cool people. I love them all sincerely, and just couldn't be with a better company, honestly. So, thanks very much.
When I moved to Austin in the mid-'80s, my only guitar was a 1960 Fiesta Red Stratocaster, and I was at a party one night hanging out late, and somebody told me, well, if you don't play a Stratocaster, you ain't shit. And so I immediately decided that I really needed to find another guitar to play, because everybody in Austin played a Stratocaster. I mean, literally everybody played a Strat. And it's kind of the national guitar of Texas. And when I saw the Seafoam Green PRS, the ad when they first came out, and however long ago that was, 86, 85, whatever, I thought, well, maybe that looks pretty cool. So to make a long story short, I got that guitar. I've been playing them ever since, and that takes me over the 20-year mark with PRS. And I can really, you know, I can play any guitar I want. I just choose to play the best guitar for me, and that's why I'm still here. I'm really, really proud to be part of this company. It's awesome. Thanks.
I got my first PRS in 1993. I'd always either had a Fender or Gibson, back and forth, back and forth. And when we got our first recording budget where we could get a new guitar, the PRS really appealed to me because we play reggae, we play hard rock, and it handles the whole spectrum of cleaned it dirty. Sorry. So I can play reggae on it and also play hard rock on it. And like I said, that was '93, and I just been on it ever since. It just works for me. It's a great guitar. A lot of great people here. I'm not very good at talking, so I'll pass the mic.
Hi, I'm Rich Hart with Toby Keith, and I've been playing Paul's guitars for about 3 years. They contacted me and asked me if I was interested in doing some stuff with them, and I jumped at it right away, not because I'm an endorsement puller. I'm very selective about what I play, and I love Paul's stuff. And I reminded Paul, I don't know if he remembers this, but I do. 2 years ago, I came out, they brought me out for NAMM for the first time, and I played at Paul's 1,000th guitar party 22 years ago, because I grew up in the Maryland area, which is where he makes the guitars. So I've always been familiar with his attention to detail and quality control. In fact, he's really kind of notorious for that. I mean, people tell jokes. You know, if Paul had a headache that day, everything is a factory second that comes out. I mean, so everybody knows what attention to detail he has, and it was when they offered me an opportunity to come do some work with them, I couldn't turn it down. That's why I'm here.
Hello guys, my name is Michael and I play in a band called Opeth, and we're from Sweden, Stockholm. I've been playing the PRS guitars for I think 9 or 10 years. The first one I got was a bit of luck for me actually, because one of my best friends wanted some help to pick a guitar. He wanted to buy a new guitar and he wanted my advice or something, and I went to the guitar store with him, and there was a black CE24, I think it's called, on the wall, and I said you should try that one out, and he did, and he's like, wow, this guitar is amazing. He bought it, and I felt a bit jealous, you know, because I kind of wanted that guitar. And then he called me up one day and saying, this guitar is too good for me. He said, do you want to buy it? And I was like, yeah. And I did. You know, I was always poor back then, but somehow I had some money from a break-in or something like that. And I bought the guitar from him and never looked back. I love the guitars. I got a bunch now. The second guitar I bought was a Custom 24, which I still play to this day every night live. As far as I'm concerned, it's the best guitar I ever made, so I love it. You know. I don't know how I ended up with an endorsement with them, but I must have fooled them. So thank you, PRS.
Hello guys, I'm Frederick from Opeth, and we've been playing PRS guitars for about 1.5 years now. And actually Michael got me into the PRS guitars, and I was at his house and tried out a few of his guitars, and I was amazed by the quality of his guitar. So I'm very, very happy to play him. And now after playing about 120 gigs with him, they're very reliable when it comes to that. The way there's the intonation of the instrument. So, yeah, as I said, I'm very pleased with him. Thanks very much.